If this video is on your feed, if you're coming across this, it's no accident. You are supposed to listen to this because it's going to be a huge reminder of what you really need to hear right now. Hey, if you haven't come across me before, my name is Gavin Weber. This channel is all about alignment, and this video is going to go in a little bit into that. But I want to just, when I was meditating this morning, I felt all these things popped into my head. It was like I was receiving this guidance. And so I wanted to share it with you. And if you can relate to like, hey, your life might be pretty good, but there's a lot of areas that you feel like could be better. There's a lot of things that you feel like you're falling short of, and that like you feel like I should be a little happier more consistently. I should feel a little bit more abundant. I should feel, just a little like I really love getting up every day. Here's what I want you to know. Number one, it's important to take note of how you're feeling. It's okay to feel bad. It's okay to be angry. It's okay to look at life and go like, I wish it'd be different. But you must notice it and become aware of that. Don't get stuck in that. Don't wake up every day. Gosh, I wish my life was different. And because and then never do anything about it. Do you see the distinction there? You've got to, like, if you don't feel good about your life, if you just keep doing the same thing, you will keep getting that same cause and effect. Your life is the effect of your beliefs and your actions. And so acknowledge that you may not be doing enough to make changes. I know that's not necessarily fun to hear, but you need to hear it. I needed to hear it when I just in the same rut over and over and over for years. And it's just like, gosh, why does this always happen to me? Or like, why does it seem easier for other people? Or this is crap. Like, why is this so hard? Why is life so hard? I had to take a hard look in the mirror and be like, well, what are you not getting about life, Gavin? What are you doing the same and expecting a different result? What do you really want from life? And let's see if this is you. I thought I wanted from life the cars, the houses, the vacations, all these glamorous materialistic things. And then I was like, gosh, if I get those, then I'll have arrived. Then I'll feel good. Then my problems will be solved. And that's just not true. I got many of those things even better than I thought. And the problems just became bigger. The emptiness just became deeper. And then I felt even more stuck because I was like, well, now I have to keep up this lifestyle and I have even higher lifestyle now because even more money. So it made me feel even less abundant. And it was like this vicious cycle. You're not chasing money. You're not chasing houses. And maybe you are. And if you are, that's fine. But I want you to see, maybe you think, oh, those are the answers to my problems. Quite frankly, you're chasing happiness. You're chasing joy and abundance without it needing to look a certain way, without needing those things. And if you can align with that, all of those things will happen. This whole channel is about that. Like, subscribe, like this, comment on this. I'm going to teach you how to do that. But I first need you to hear that if you don't change within here and here, nothing's going to change out there. And if you're watching this channel, you probably know that. You probably have read all the books, but were you like me for years that you would read one, two, three books a month and then just be like, oh, get this dopamine hit and feel like, oh, I, love this book and I'm going to do some of these things, but then nothing changes. And then you're on to the next book and the next book or the next seminar or the next, whatever it is but nothing really changes. So acknowledge it. Do you like where you're at in life? And are you willing to change? Number two, like, I really want to help remind you that so much more is possible. You came here to live a huge life, to play a big game. That's why you're watching this video. You want to be reminded of that. And again, because of fear, we so often like avoid that because we're like, gosh, we've got all these responsibility. We're in these relationships, we got kids and we got jobs. And it's like, I know I used to have these dreams, but now I have these responsibilities and I'll figure it out someday. There is no figuring it out someday. For me, gosh, I did that for like 2 decades, and I made everything about out there instead of within here. Now I am happy within. Now I'm, getting more and more in touch with my truth and who we all are and love. And now I get to just be about that each day. And I feel great. I don't need all these things out there to happen to then feel great. That's the trick of life. The quicker you can get to that, all the things that you're like when you're waking up and like, oh, I wish my life was different, you wouldn't feel that way because you don't need anything to be any different because you feel really good. You know who you are. And guess what? Then all those other things start changing with it. It's all backwards. This is part of like leaving the matrix, leaving the illusion, staying out of fear is how can you align with your own inner truth? And again, if you're watching that, you've got to be reminded of that. You've got to know that at some level you're disconnected. At some level you're operating from a low frequency. If you don't feel good, I love to use a scale of like 1 to 500. 1 is like beyond miserable, like comatose. 500 would be like absolute bliss, mastery, ascension, knowing unequivocally who you are and be able to create anything like that. And really, the sweet spot for most people is that 350 to like 450, range that like trying to operate from that where you just like optimistic, you're happy, you're excited, you know things are unfolding perfectly, whether they go the way you want or not. And you're not worried about the obstacles. You're not worried about, oh, this didn't work out that way, or this person offended me, or this happened. You are on track in the moment, aligned with who you know you are. So then you can focus and concentrate and take action and create the parallel reality that is existing right now in this moment and allowing it to happen. Most of our life, we're being taught to be in fear and to avoid what we don't want happening, which is blocking and sabotaging all the things that are waiting to unfold and align the way we want. And we don't realize that. We think we're protecting ourselves. But when you can really come from that extreme knowingness, extreme confidence in yourself, and that what you want is possible. Like if you want something egotistical, it's fine. It's a human experience. But I'm talking about like that higher calling, that higher possibility of like what you want to give, how you want to serve. And then all those other kind of, ego is not necessarily a bad word. We're these human things that think we're separate, but it's like some of the fun joys of life that like a car, like nothing wrong with having, a really nice car, but it's not going to define you. It's not going to make you happy long term. I guarantee you that. It's like, oh, this is fun, but eventually it becomes a car just to play, get you one place to another. That's how it is with everything like that. But when you're in purpose, when you're in service, when you're living your highest calling, and that looks a little bit different for everybody, but it also looks the same. That's being in the vibration of love. That's being in the vibration of joy. Then you just are that everywhere you go, everything you do, every action, building the business, in your job, in your relationships, parenting. Imagine operating at that very high frequency as often as you can and not needing anything else to happen. Sure, you can manifest. Sure, you can set goals, but not from a place of need, from a place of possibility and knowing it already exists and living from that in this moment right now. You will feel so much better. And here's the last thing I want to say to you real quick is that stop worrying, stop being in fear, stop thinking things have to be a certain way. Everything is lining up perfectly how it's supposed to be. All the shit, perfect. See it, become aware of it, own it, deal with it. It's helping you. All the wonderful things, signs along the way of like, it's working out, it's working out, it's working out, it's unfolding, you're allowing, keep going. And again, the roadblocks, just something you have to get through, an illusion that you're buying into, a lack of belief that you're buying into, something that was taught to you that you still believe to be true. You get to look at it, Change your perception on it and get through it. That's a miracle, my friends, is a change in perception. Something that used to block you, that you let go of, and then all of a sudden the floodgates open. All of a sudden that river's flowing. All of a sudden life just gets easier because you changed your perception about an illusion in a part of separation and lack that you used to believe in. So I hope this hits home. I hope you know so much more is possible and that you can wake up and take that ownership and really get into the vibration and truth of who you are in every moment without needing anything out there, and your life will change. It could be like that. It'll be bit by bit. You'll just start noticing, gosh, things just seem to be getting better. Things aren't getting better. You're getting better. You're feeling better. And that's allowing those things that are right here waiting for you to experience to actually come into your vibration because you're aligning with that. So, hey, I'm going to be teaching you more and more from so many different angles. I've got some really cool things lined up. I'm going to got meditation things and looking at it a completely different perspective so that it's not just the same rehash stuff that you have gotten everywhere else. How do you apply it? How do you experience? How do you live it? That's what this channel will be about, alignment living. So I love a comment. I'm really, this is kind of the beginning of this channel. A like goes a long way. Hit that bell button to get future videos. And I'm so honored and excited to be on this journey called Life with You back to our truth and actually living it. Talk soon. Much love. Bye-bye.